Hi, everybody. This is Gad Saad. I hope that your long weekend is progressing nicely. I wanted to share with you a beautiful little moment that happened late last week. My wife and I were out on our daily morning walk, and we were stopped by the dad of one of my daughter's friends. And just out of the blue, he says, "How do you guys do it?" I said, "How do we do what?" He goes, how are you? I see you walking all the time, and you're both always so happy and so good together, and so on." To which my first reaction was, "Thank you so much for noticing, and thank you for saying so." And then I had to think for a minute, and then my answer really, maybe it's obvious, maybe it's not, but I'll share it with you here. I said, well, first, I think we're each of us, my wife and I, are each people with a dispositionally happy attitude. We're happy people. That doesn't mean that we don't face frustrations. Doesn't mean that we don't face stressors, but we love life. We love one another. We have happy dispositions. And then when you put these two individuals who are already endowed with that disposition, and then we truly appreciate each other, in that beyond thinking that she's a gorgeous woman and so on, she truly is my best friend, and she, luckily for me, she reciprocates those sentiments. It ends up being that we are just best friends. And I know it sounds obvious, but ultimately that's the success of a good marriage, when you prefer to be with that person more than with anybody else. Life affords you all sorts of opportunities. Guys night out, girls night out. Well, we don't have those nights out because we actually prefer to be with, in each other's company. And so when we're walking arm in arm, it's because we genuinely are in unison, and other people see it, and knock on wood, hopefully they are empowered by it. Now, I don't know what if I have any actionable how-to manual to offer you. But what I can say is, choose your partners wisely. We often choose people because we are in the moment physically attracted to them. That's not going to lead you anywhere in terms of a long-term marriage. Yes, of course, physical attraction is important, but what is most important is truly birds of a feather flock together. That's what the research shows. If you share the same values, the same outlook on life, if you truly are if you experience, if you like, homophily, you're similar. Similars attract, and in this case, it's more than that. It's the fact that we truly are one another's best friend. And so, I was truly touched by his question, because, of course, it also takes, in a sense, humility to ask such a question, because you're saying, "Hey, tell me your secret." Most people don't want to give you kudos. Most people might look at you with envy and with some derision, those bastards walking happily every morning. Whereas he was just a lovely guy, said, "How do you guys do it?" There is no secret. It's simply taking the time to appreciate one another, respecting one another, being playful with each other. I think many of the things that you see me in my social media, right? I can be serious, I can be frontal, but I can be playful, I can be self-deprecating, I can joke around. All of those qualities is precisely how I live my life and how I interact with my wife, and vice versa. We play with each other. We live our lives as kids. We have fun with each other, we joke with each other, we communicate with one another. And so there you have it. I'm not sure if it's been valuable advice. I've been thinking actually about, at some point, maybe writing an article, if not eventually a book, about at least some of my experiences that I can share with others in terms of how to have a successful marriage, both in terms of my personal anecdote, but also in terms of what the science shows. So perhaps at some point I'll consider writing such a treatise. But for now, make time for each other, respect each other, laugh with each other, and the rest will hopefully fall into place. Have a great weekend, everybody. If you're going back to school, or at least you're pursuing it online, I wish you the best of luck in your new semester, and hang in there. Only 333 more days or years of lockdown. Cheers, everybody.